Hey guys, the best nation to learn colonization is Portugal. To start colonizing, we need to research Administrative Technology 5. Then, we need to choose Exploration idea. First idea will grant you ability to hire Explorer and Conquistador. Second idea will give you one colonizer. Portugal already has Explorer from the start of the game. To assign him, you need fleet, which consists at least of 3 ships. It can be both light and heavy, but I recommend light ships, because they are faster. Now, when you assign him, you need to click this button, Select Mission, Explore. Then you can choose what region do you want to explore. If you don't have DLC Eldorado, you need to explore manually. Let's explore Caribbean Sea. The exploration fleet has returned. Now we can see the Caribbean. To actually colonize provinces, we need to research colonial ventures. Don't forget that you need to explore coastal provinces separately, or they will be marked as terra incognita and be inaccessible. Now we see them and we can click on them. For example, we want to colonize Barbados, but we still can't. Any nation can colonize provinces only within their colonial range. Colonial range is the maximum distance from the province that you want to colonize and your nearest core province. How to increase it? It increases with diplomatic technology. Alternatively, we can choose another nearest province to our target and colonize it first. Then our core province will be closer to our target and we will be able to colonize it. For example, one of the best provinces to colonize first is Cape Verde. We can then colonize Brazil and then we can colonize Caribbean. But to do this, we need to choose our native policy first. Native coexistence policy is the best if you want peaceful game. Native trading policy is the worst one if you don't have any special idea to complement it, like friends, or bonus from exploration ideas and expansion ideas. Native repression policy is great for fast expansion, but you need to station your troop near your colonized provinces, or they will be taken by natives. Now we can colonize Cape Verde. To create colony, you need 1000 settlers. Each year, fixed amount of settlers will arrive to your colony. Missions, events, ideas, native policies can change it. New settlers is a chance to attract new settlers to your colony each month. The more settlers your colony has, the less this chance is. We have colonial range to reach South America. Let's colonize this province. After colonizing 2 provinces, we now can reach Barbados. Natives is native population of this province. This determines how many natives there will be when they rebel. Aggressiveness is basic likelihood that they will attack our colony. That's why we have chosen native coexistence policy. And ferocity is their damage bonus. What happens after you colonize 5 provinces from one colonial region? This means that other Catholic nations, such as, for example, France, England, Castile, or others, will suffer colonization penalties, and also their relations with Papal State will decrease. Also, after colonization of 5 provinces, colonial nation is automatically created. You can choose its name, and if you have DLC Leviathan, its type. For most colonies, I recommend taking self-governing colony until they get big enough. But for Caribbean colony, I recommend to take private enterprise. Colonial nations become your subjects. They pay you tariffs, which you can lower or raise in subject interaction menu, and they send you golden fleets if they have gold, and if you have DLC Eldorado. Also, they share their trade power with you. Tariffs are the smallest part of your income from them. If Colonial Nations has 10 provinces, then it gives us 1 trader. Also, you can change their colonial type whenever you want. You should use Crown Colony if you want a lot of manpower or force limit from your colonial nation. Private enterprise is for colonial nations which rely on trade, such as, for example, Caribbean. And self-governing colony gives your colonial nation +1 colonist, which makes it expand a lot faster. For the first 10 years, you should subsidize your colonial nation so it will colonize without you. Because sometimes they won't colonize because they don't have enough money. So let's give them 2 ducats, the price of one colonist. Also, I need to warn you that Caribbean colonial nation doesn't colonize each island. You need to colonize at least 1 province from each island for it to continue colonization. You can recall a colonist and send him to another provinces. Other province won't be abandoned. Nations are helpful in that sense that they will help you in war and give you their profits. But your main goal should be Africa and Asia. Africa and Asia is that if you have 5 provinces either in Africa or in Asia, you don't get colonial nation. That is your provinces. Instead of colonial nations, you can create trade company. Basically, trade companies are very good for trade, but bad for other things. But mostly bonuses for trade outweigh any penalties. Also, you can build investments in trade companies. This is basic guide, so you should read their bonuses yourself. But in short, they are very powerful and very good, and you should build them. Don't ignore them. Be aware that those 1000 ducat buildings can only be built once per trade node, so just create trade companies and you'll be very rich, I assure you. Colonization of Australia is the same as colonization of Americas. They don't have any difference. Also, you can just buy province from any nation. It's called Charter Trade Company. It costs quite a lot, but I think it's worth it. Just for ability to fabricate claims on your neighbors. So, colonization of Mexico and North America are pretty different than colonization of South America. And as you can see, there are a lot of nations here. And the best strategy is not to colonize, but to conquer them. I think that's all for this guide. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.